There are entire countries rolling out the welcome mat for Black Americans, and no, I'm not talking about a one-way ticket to Africa. We're talking about nations that want you right now, to swap your 9 to 5 stress for their beaches, thriving cities, and a visa process that's easier than ordering takeout. Welcome to the top 10 non-African countries that want Black Americans to move, work, and thrive. You heard me right, they want you. With aging populations, worker shortages, and a worldwide push for real diversity, these nations are practically throwing opportunity at your feet. Think, lower taxes, higher respect, and espresso so cheap it'll make your credit card weep. We'll break down how global labor shortages, billion-dollar skill gaps, and a new openness to diversity have swung doors wide open. If you're tired of feeling like a target instead of a talent, you'll want to see who made the list, and who's number one. No spoilers. Stick around, hit that like button, subscribe to Virtual Travel, and ring the bell so you don't miss any life-changing destinations. Ready? Let's jump in. Number 10, Singapore. Singapore isn't just a layover spot, it's a launchpad for ambitious expats. Teach, code, manage, create, whatever you do, Singapore wants it. With a shrinking birth rate and a hunger for skilled professionals, Black Americans with degrees and drive are gold here. No, you don't need to speak Mandarin, though it helps with hawker stall menus. But you'll need to get used to efficient subways, spotless streets, and being called sir or ma'am with genuine respect. Yes, Singapore is mostly Chinese, Malay, and Indian, but many Black expats report feeling safer here than in much of the US. No random stops, no tense stares. It's a culture of order, merit, and quiet pride in diversity. The government is actively recruiting through the employment pass and tech visas. Pay is strong. Expect $3,000 to $5,000 a month, with housing support and even relocation cash. Healthcare? World class. For a small monthly premium, you get access to clinics that run on time and actually listen to you. No, you won't find soul food on every corner, but you'll find safety, financial growth, and a chance to be valued for what you do, not judged for how you look. So, would you trade daily code switching for real career mobility, blazing fast Wi-Fi, and a country that's eager for your skills? Singapore's calling, are you picking up? Number 9, Chile. Chile is quietly rewriting the expat rulebook. Long and skinny on the map, but big on opportunity and open doors. This isn't some flashy, headline-grabbing destination. Instead, Chile is stable, progressive, and deeply respectful of personal freedoms. Think, democracy that works, and a culture that minds its business. With a birth rate dipping fast, Chile needs new workers, and it's not picky about where you were born. Black Americans with a clean record and a little savings can start the residency process almost on arrival. No endless paperwork. Just a basic background check, proof of funds, and an address. Want to freelance? Perfect. Remote work? Even better, your foreign income isn't taxed. Want to retire and sip pisco sours by the Pacific? Done. The vibe is relaxed but entrepreneurial. Santiago hums with startups, art, and a food scene that'll make you forget about chain restaurants for good. Is it Wakanda? No, but you may be the only Black neighbor on your block. Still, you'll feel less watched, less stressed, and more respected than in many diverse US cities. So, would you swap late-night fast food for calm, clean streets and a country that lets you breathe? Chile isn't asking you to fit in, just to show up and live well. Number 8, Spain. Spain, where your umbrella gets its own chair in the cafe, and respect is the national currency. Spain isn't an obvious pick for Black Americans, but it's quickly becoming a sanctuary for those tired of being profiled or sidelined. Spain's population is aging at record speed. The government is actively recruiting for tech, health, education, and, of course, English teaching. Black Americans bring global savvy, education, and adaptability, all highly prized here. Whether you join an English academy, design apps, or launch a creative business, Spain will help with your visa and pay you fairly. Is Spain diverse? Not by US standards. But the curiosity here is friendly, not hostile. You're less likely to face profiling than just genuine questions about your story. Spain's pace is slower, the food is fresh, and the social contract is real. From bustling Madrid to artsy Barcelona, you'll find black expat groups, hip-hop dance classes, and Afro-Spanish culture woven right in. Is it perfect? No, there's ignorance, but rarely malice. And you won't constantly have to explain your hair, your family, your very existence. So, would you trade microaggressions for Mediterranean sunsets, high-speed trains, and a country that values your energy? Spain isn't just open, it's ready for you. Number 7, Colombia. Colombia isn't just for digital nomads on Instagram. It's a thriving, welcoming country eyeing Black Americans as key contributors. The temporary resident visa is surprisingly easy if you can show about $2,000 monthly income. Not rich? No problem. Remote work? Even better. Paperwork is minimal, and you'll find black expat communities in Cartagena, Medellin, and Cali. Colombians have a real curiosity about black culture that feels welcoming, not performative. In many neighborhoods, you're just another neighbor, not a curiosity or a threat. Healthcare is affordable, the food scene is wild, and you can live big on $1,200 to $2,000 monthly, with tropical fruit on your doorstep. Sure, Colombia has challenges, but you're not targeted for your skin. The police have bigger fish to fry, and the national attitude is live and let live. Community is strong, and you'll find everyone from educators to artists and techies living openly and building new dreams. So, would you stay where you feel invisible, or move where you're actively invited to build and belong? For many Black Americans, Colombia is freedom on a plate. Number 6, Netherlands. The Netherlands doesn't care what you look like, just what you bring to the table. With an aging population and over 1 million job vacancies as of 2025, the Dutch are waving skilled Black Americans through the arrivals gate. You don't need to be fluent in Dutch to get started in cities like Amsterdam, Rotterdam, or Utrecht. Many companies run in English, and the country's highly skilled migrant visa is one of Europe's easiest. Find a job with a decent salary, about €5,000 per month, and you're in. The path to residency is clear, and citizenship is attainable after a few years. Life here? Bikes everywhere, public transport that just works, and child care that doesn't bankrupt you. Yes, Dutch society is direct, but also chill. You'll find Black-owned businesses, Afro-European art, and nightlife where you're a guest, not a token. Occasional stares happen, but nothing compared to constant suspicion and code switching in the US. Here, you're respected as a professional, not just tolerated as a statistic. So, would you rather fight for a seat at the table back home, or be offered one, no questions asked, in the Netherlands? Number 5, Ecuador. Ecuador is more than a pit stop for backpackers, it's a magnet for Black Americans seeking peace, adventure, and a real shot at prosperity. With no military since 1976, Ecuador spends on healthcare and education instead. Universal healthcare? Check. Literacy rate? Over 95%. The government rolled out special visas for remote workers and retirees. Prove you make $1,500 per month, and you're welcome, no need to master Spanish or jump through endless hoops. On the coast, especially in Esmeraldas, Afro-Ecuadorian culture is strong. You'll find communities where blackness is familiar and celebrated, not exoticized. The cost of living is low, $1,000 to $1,800 per month gets you a comfortable life. People care more about your smile than your skin. Whether you're building a business, volunteering, or just seeking peace, Ecuador lets you thrive without being pigeonholed. Number 4, Dominican Republic. In the Dominican Republic, blackness isn't an accessory, it's in the DNA. With the largest black population in the Spanish-speaking world, you'll never be the only one here. The economy is growing, and the government wants remote workers, entrepreneurs, and creative professionals. The residency process is simple for U.S. citizens with a clean record and steady income. Cost of living? Low. A nice apartment, fresh food, and beach weekends on $1,200 to $2,000 per month. Is it perfect? No, but in the DR, you're not a diversity prop. You're part of the culture. From Afro-Caribbean music to spiritual traditions, you'll see blackness respected and woven into everyday life. So, after generations of toning it down, what would it feel like to just show up and belong? The DR isn't just tolerant, it's home. Number 3, Malaysia. Malaysia is that rare spot where you can pay with dollars, speak English in most offices, and still feel like you're living abroad. The Malaysia My Second Home (MM2H) program is one of the world's most accessible residency schemes. Got a US passport, some savings, and a clean record? You're in. You'll find tropical islands, a modern capital, and a thriving economy. Cost of living? Manageable, $1,200 to $2,200 per month. Kuala Lumpur's black expat community is growing, from creatives to engineers. The culture is respectful, and you'll rarely feel like a curiosity or a threat. You can live your life without defending your identity at every turn. Number 2, Ireland. Ireland is Europe's friendliest secret, and now it wants black Americans to help build its future. The Irish government's critical skills employment permit makes it simple for U.S. citizens with needed skills to move, work, and even bring their families. Tech, healthcare, science, teaching, if you can do it, they want you. Dublin, Cork, and Galway have small but growing black communities. You'll find poetry nights, Caribbean food, and open-minded locals who care more about your story than your skin. Racism exists, but it's not institutionalized the way it is in the U.S. Cost of living is high in the cities, but salaries match, and healthcare is universal and efficient. You're more likely to be offered a pint than a side eye. So, if you're looking to build wealth and peace, Ireland is wide open. Number 1, Vietnam. Vietnam isn't just a tourist destination, it's a total life upgrade. From Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City, black Americans are finding safety, respect, and opportunity. The government's remote work and investor visas are among the easiest in Asia. Have a remote job or a business? Vietnam will let you stay for years, no fuss. Black expats here say they feel freer and less judged than in the US. Vietnamese culture prizes guests, so you're treated with respect, not suspicion. Cost of living? Insanely low. $900 to $1,500 per month covers rent, food, even massages, and travel. Healthcare is modern and cheap. No, you won't see many black faces, but you will see open doors, real curiosity, and peace you forgot existed. If you're tired of feeling like a statistic back home, Vietnam offers a new kind of freedom. So there you have it, 10 non-African countries actively inviting black Americans to move, work, and flourish. These aren't empty gestures. These are real policies, real opportunities, and, most importantly, real respect. If you're dreaming of peace, prosperity, or just a fresh start, the world is more open, and more welcoming, than you've been told. So, which country would you try first? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're ready for something new, and share this with someone who needs a passport win. This is Brian from Global Moves, see you on the next journey.